In a remote corner of the wilderness, a park ranger finds himself in a precarious situation, facing off with 3 formidable grizzly bears. Armed only with a can of bear spray and a fearless demeanor, the ranger takes a bold stand, determined to assert his authority and protect both himself and the bears. With each calculated move, the ranger demonstrates his expertise in handling these magnificent creatures, using his physical gestures to assert his presence and maintain control of the situation. Fascinated by the encounter, they slow their car to observe the bear in its natural habitat. But in an instant, the peaceful scene transforms into a heart-pounding chase as the bear sets its sights on the unsuspecting travelers. With nerves of steel, they maneuver the car skillfully, narrowly escaping the bear. In the quiet wilderness of Colorado, as nature begins to awaken from its winter slumber, an unexpected visitor found itself in a bit of a predicament. Colorado authorities responded to a call for vehicle trespass, but what they discovered was far from ordinary. A hungry bear, fresh out of hibernation, had wandered into the car, likely in search of a meal. Grizzly bears are not afraid of humans and will absolutely shred you to bits in the wild just to get some food. So when a bear shows up at a hunter's camp, it turns into a game of chess between them. Bears are deceptively resilient, which means that even though the hunter's got a rifle, he could still get mauled after taking a shot. It's a precarious situation, and he's gonna have to be very careful. The hunter aims at the bear, ready to shoot if the beast tries anything. However, the bear isn't going to back down, and now a clash is inevitable. It all kicks off as the hunter fires a warning shot right next to the bear, making it retreat into the woods. This is the best outcome, as everyone comes out of the predicament unscathed. The deputies patiently continue their efforts to encourage the bear to exit the car. Eventually, the hungry bear made its way back into the woods. Unfortunately, the car didn't fare quite as well, leaving with the marks of an unexpected encounter with wildlife. Deep within the wilderness, a bear finds itself ensnared in a wolf trap, its struggles echoing through the trees. But a brave soul stepped forward to offer aid.
Well, one wolf this morning, now I got a bear.
With a steady hand and a heart filled with determination, he documents the perilous task of freeing the trapped bear. The bear, frightened and in pain, lashes out in desperation, but the man remains steadfast in his mission to save the trapped creature.
Right now I'm caught.
With the trap removed, the man cautiously releases the bear from the catchpole, ready to defend himself if necessary. But to his relief, the bear, no longer trapped in an agony, chooses to move away peacefully. In a picturesque setting, amid the beauty of nature, a surprising sight unfolds. A family of bears causing a commotion on the road.
Now they don't know what to do, because they've got cars surrounding them, and I'm in my van. We're gonna hop in here.
A man observing the scene from his van decides to intervene, providing the bears with a safe avenue to navigate through the congested area. Sensing the need to assist, the man quickly hops into his van, hoping to create a pathway for the bears to pass through the crowd of vehicles.
Oh, look. Doesn't know what to do. On the car.
As the bears approach, the crowd gasps in amazement, capturing the moment as the curious bears climb onto the hood of the man's car. With excitement building, the man shares his perspective on the unexpected encounter, recounting how the bears ventured closer than expected, even jumping onto his vehicle. Witness a truly horrific moment as a woman in Alberta discovers not one but 3 grizzly bears. And to make matters worse, her dogs are out there growling at the beasts as well.
Oh, come here, come here! Hello? Hello, Bruce, we have 3 young grizzlies in our yard right now!
The woman and her dogs were about to go back into the house after watering the garden, when the grizzlies invaded and started eating dog food from the shed. It was a life-or-death situation as she called her partner and tried to wrangle her dogs up.
To the root cellar. 2 of them are in the root cellar right now, eating the dog food. I tried, but they won't listen to me.
The bears weren't particularly aggressive and were only there for food. But all that could have easily changed in the blink of an eye as the dogs refused to back off and kept running at the beasts.
They won't listen to me. I tried to get him up on the top deck to bring him in, but Teddy just won't listen.
In the end, her partner told her to grab the gun and defend herself, and that's exactly what she did. However, she later told emergency services that her scare shots didn't exactly work on the bears.
Yeah, they're going to come after the dogs. Yes, I gotta get the gun. Okay, bye.
In the serene wilderness of Colorado, a seemingly innocent car sits quietly, its fate about to be dramatically altered by an uninvited guest.
Get him back! Hey!
You can see in the video a wildlife officer cautiously approaching the car where a hungry bear has wreaked havoc in its search for food. The camera pans to reveal the extent of the damage caused by the bear's relentless search for sustenance. The car's interior is in shambles, its seats torn apart, and debris scattered everywhere. In the unforgiving expanse of the Arctic, 2 hunters find themselves face to face with one of nature's most formidable predators, a polar bear on the hunt. As the polar bear sniffs the air, its keen senses detecting the presence of the hunters, the tension mounts as it begins to approach them with cautious curiosity. The hunters' movements are deliberate as they advance toward the polar bear, their guns serving as a deterrent. Despite the bear's size and strength, the hunters remain steadfast. In a final act of defiance, the hunters assert their authority, causing the polar bear to retreat, its predatory instincts overpowered by the hunter's unwavering resolve. Imagine this. You're on a camping trip, and one fine morning you wake up to the sound of some strange growls. You peek outside your tent, and lo and behold, a gigantic bear is standing there looking for food. What do you do in that situation? Well, according to this camper who's experiencing this exact scenario, you try to remain calm and not engage with the bear, which, let's be fair, does seem like a sound strategy. The only issue here is that if the bear realizes there's someone in the tent, it's basically game over. Thankfully, this guy's tent is camouflaged pretty well, so he can just tuck back inside and wait for the beast to go away. Here's another case of bears being incredibly smart, with the beast slowly walking up to a car as its owner watches from a distance, praying that the bear doesn't scratch his car.
Don't fuck up the Mercedes. Oh shit.
Of course, we know how good bears are at opening doors, so this shouldn't come as a surprise. What is fascinating, however, is the bear's reaction once it hears the people screaming at it. The bear is absolutely perplexed, standing upright on its legs and slowly walking backward, almost as if it's scared. Who would have thought screaming worked on bears, huh? In the aftermath of Hurricane Irma, a family's journey to safety took an unexpected turn when they found themselves face to face with another force of nature. A family of bears.
Oh my God, I never see this before in all my life.
Having fled the hurricane with his family, he never imagined he'd be thrust into another battle with Mother Nature. But when a mama bear and her cubs sought refuge in his SUV, Travis knew he had to act. With a burst of courage, Travis swings open the door, allowing the bears to flee to safety. But the encounter doesn't end there. As the bears exit the vehicle, they leave behind a trail of destruction, causing significant damage to the car's interior. Deep in the jungle, hunting expert Fred Eichler floats down the river in his boat when he encounters 3 brown bear cubs running in confusion. And that's the moment he realizes he could be in deep trouble. The thing with bear cubs is that usually their mother is nearby, and trust me, you do not want to incur her wrath. However, Fred and his crew have already scared the cubs, and things are about to get dicey. In the blink of an eye, a massive brown bear leaps out of the forest and charges Fred and his crew. But even though he's only got a split second to react, Fred fights back valiantly, firing warning shots and sending the bear back into the woods. Speaking of bears invading homes, witness an incredible scene as multiple bears enter a holiday retreat, scrounging around for food around the cabins as people watch in awe from the top.
That's the third one.
The bear cubs seem pretty harmless as they climb into the backs of people's trucks and look for food. Besides, the tourists appear to be enjoying the show as well.
Oh, it's up there.
But while it's all fun and games watching bears roam around the area, things are eventually bound to get serious. After all, as we've learned, some bears can open doors and, well, let's just say these bears are particularly skilled at that.
Oh my God.
You'll be safe there. Then, the bear starts following you up the stairs too.
Bears do not climb ladders.
The bear doesn't look aggressive, but that doesn't make it any less dangerous. If anything, the woman's backed herself into a corner by underestimating the beast, and she's got nowhere to run now. Her reaction in this situation, though, is bizarre.
Get down. Down. Do you see this? This is a finger that's telling you to get down.
She acts like she's not in danger, treating the bear like a toddler and telling it to back down. Of course, the bear only wants food and won't take no for an answer, forcing the woman to take action. In Colorado, a man sits in the back of his truck, lost in thought about something, but even though he thinks he's safe in his home, an unwelcome guest turns up to give him a terrifying surprise. It's a bear, and it's desperate for some snacks, so much so that it's managed to sneak its way into the house without the man noticing. And with his back turned to the beast, there's no way he can prevent an attack either. There are only two outcomes here. Either the bear obliterates the guy, or something miraculous happens and the man escapes the encounter unscathed. But one thing's for sure, it's all about to kick off. In the vast wilderness of Katmai National Park, a lone hiker finds himself face to face with a formidable force of nature, a mother grizzly bear and her two cubs.
And this is the first walk from camp that I've had since getting...
The man walks backward on the trail, his eyes fixed on the approaching bears. Despite his calm demeanor, the tension is palpable as the bears match his pace. As the bears continue to follow him, the man's anxiety grows, but he remains composed. The bear come to you. It's incredibly tense as the bear continues moving closer. What's peculiar about this encounter is that the beast doesn't seem angry, because if that were the case, it would have been charging. Despite the bear's calm demeanor, the hunter can't take any chances, because these big guys can be erratic in the wild, attacking you out of nowhere. So the bow is drawn, and now it's a war of attrition. The bear doesn't care for the hunter's bow, pushing forward with intent, and with the beast coming to within inches of the hunter, things are about. A lot of people underestimate bears in the wild, because with their size, they don't look like the quickest animals in the world. However, this man is about to find out exactly why you should never mess with them. He has stumbled upon 3 bears, and rather than running for his life, he decides to walk closer and provoke them, which, as he is about to discover, is a really bad idea. The bear goes from standstill to a full sprint in the blink of an eye, with the man scrambling his way back to the car. And sure, he may have gotten back safely, but he has been utterly humiliated by the bear, and won't be repeating that mistake. In another case, hunters grossly underestimate wildlife. These guys thought they had things covered when they headed into the woods for hog hunting with their rifles, and man, were they wrong. The hogs were too clever for the hunters' single-shot rifles, dodging the bullets and running after them. To make matters worse, the boars were determined to teach their attackers a lesson they'd never forget. Within seconds, dozens of wild boars descended upon the hunters, and all they could do was fire in sheer panic. At this moment, they probably wished they'd prepped better and brought an AR-15 to this war zone. Tourists often underestimate bears' ability to be deadly, stopping by to take photos. But if there's one thing we've learned so far, it's that these beasts are not to be messed with, even if you're in a car.
cool is that?
The tourists stop to record a black bear, which doesn't look very friendly. The bear is keeping its distance, trying to remain hidden behind the grass.
Yeah, I'll get out there. Oh, I lost my camera.
The tourists aren't happy with the photos they've taken, though, and want to invade the bear's personal space for a closer look, which, as they soon come to realize, is a grave mistake.
Buddy. Oh, there we go. Oh, shit.
Witness an astonishing encounter in the wild as a hunter perches himself atop a hill, patiently waiting for a bear to step out and become his target. He's been waiting long and can't afford to miss the shot. After all, you don't want an angry bear charging you. However, just as he's lined up his shot, the hunter's caught off guard by what appears from within the woods.
Mama, the two cubs out front.
The bear isn't alone. It's a female bear with cubs following behind, which is the worst-case scenario for this hunter because mother bears are notoriously aggressive in protecting their cubs, and you don't want to mess with them. The hunter holds his breath, praying the female bear doesn't notice him. But there's no way he can avoid a mother's intuition. She's already sensed that her cubs are in danger, and things will get nasty now. In the heart of the wilderness, a group of individuals finds themselves in a harrowing encounter with an unexpected visitor, a black bear with a penchant for exploration. As the bear approaches the car, tension mounts, and the group watches in alarm. With a sudden burst of strength, the bear stands on its hind legs and attempts to open the car door, shocking the onlookers with its unexpected agility.
Roar! One, go close the door and lock it up.
Hang on.
Give me a second. The bear. Go.
Determined to protect their belongings and shoo the bear away, the group raises their voices and makes loud noises in a bid to startle the intruder. With a collective effort, the group manages to startle the bear, causing it to retreat into the safety of the woods. Over in Japan, a man's out fishing in a mountain stream when he notices some big claw marks on a tree nearby. He thinks it's a wild boar, but little does he know that he's about to face a terrifying foe. He feels something grab onto him from behind, and when he turns, he realizes his life could end here because he's not up against a boar. He's fighting an actual bear. The man flails out in the heat of the moment, kicking the bear and sending it running back into the forest. But even though he's survived the first attack, the man isn't in the clear just yet. That fallen tree saved his life. If there's one thing you definitely shouldn't do around a wild bear, it's trying to antagonize it further by making fun of it. This man is playing with fire by walking up to the bear and barking at it, not to mention that it's an open area so the bear can close him down within seconds, making him regret every single choice that's led to this moment. The bear isn't going to allow this mockery. And so just when the guy thinks he's in the clear, the beast springs into action, chasing him down as he frantically stumbles back to the safety of his car. Lesson learned. In Tennessee, a man struggles to get his car door open, but he's also being extremely careful. After all, this isn't an everyday situation, and he's about to be greeted by something truly petrifying. There's a massive bear inside his car, and the man needs to make sure he lets the beast out without any confrontation, something that's never guaranteed in these encounters.
Go on. Go! Go!
The bear looks confused. Footage captured by a tourist shows a group of visitors observing a family of black bears crossing a bridge. Excitement fills the air as tourists eagerly capture the moment on camera, marveling at the sight of the bears. However, they remain unaware of the danger lurking nearby. In a heart-stopping moment, the tourists find themselves in a dangerous predicament as the mother bear charges towards them at lightning speed. The tourists scramble to safety, their adrenaline pumping as they flee from the charging bear. Hunters often perch up on trees to get a better lay of the land and prevent wildlife from detecting them. But while that strategy usually works, it can also go wrong occasionally. Bears have climbed up on top of the tree stand, presumably to look for food, and one wrong move could result in the beasts attacking them. The hunter's reaction to the situation is even more surprising. The hunter giggles as the bear slowly climbs down next to him. He's probably shocked, because there's no way anyone could laugh in a life-threatening situation like this. In the heart of the wilderness, a hunter finds himself face to face with an unexpected visitor, a bear with a fearless curiosity. As the bear draws closer, the hunter remains calm, preparing his bow and taking aim as a precautionary measure. His movements are deliberate, showcasing his readiness to defend himself if necessary. As the bear hesitates, the hunter takes a few steps back, creating a safe distance between himself and the curious intruder. As the bear observes the hunter, it senses the hunter's assertiveness and decides to retreat, backing away from the hunter and disappearing into the wilderness.
By the campsite, and this is, they're at the water's edge.
Despite the gravity of the situation, the man's quick thinking and calm demeanor ultimately lead to a peaceful resolution. The bears eventually veer off from the trail, allowing the man to safely make his way back to camp. In the breathtaking wilderness of Yellowstone National Park, tourists embark on a journey to witness the wonders of nature up close. Imagine you're a hunter out in the woods, struggling to find bears when one randomly appears out of nowhere and walks up to you alone. You're probably wondering why the hunter doesn't shoot the bear if he's out hunting for them. Well, that's because this one is a bit too young. Being young doesn't make the bear less dangerous, so it's a tricky situation for the hunter.
Nah.
The hunter's lucky that the bear isn't in a bad mood, because it could have quickly pounced on him, and he wouldn't have had the time to react. In a neighborhood where suburban life reigns, an unexpected hero emerges as the neighbor's dog fearlessly chases away an intruding bear. In the suburbs of New Jersey, Mark Stinziano's backyard became the battleground between an unsuspecting dog and a formidable bear. Tuesday unfolded with tension as the furry intruder ventured and wandered into Mark's territory. Sensing the impending threat, the neighbor's dog sprang into action, barking furiously at the bear. The yard echoed with the canine's brave defiance. The bear, startled by the unexpected resistance, hesitated momentarily, then retreated into the shadows. The dog didn't stop charging towards the bear until it was out of the yard. Grateful for the dog's valiant defense, Mark decided to repay the brave dog with a steak dinner as a token of appreciation. The encounter was an unexpected thrill in the suburban tranquility.